Hi guys, I'm Raju, the SAP BO trainer for you. Welcome to my SAP online BO online videos. So in this video, we will learn the topic of dashboards. If you saw my previous videos in which we done all the complete BO architecture, the complete the components of SAP BO, architecture of SAP BO, as well as we already started a topic called UDT, Information Design Tool. We started Universal Design Tool. We already started the WebAI part. We done the crystal report and some other scenarios. So in this video, we're gonna start with a topic called dashboards. So please refer my previous videos in order to go with the different concept of WebAI or UDT or IDT on the different scenarios. So in this video, we'll start with a topic called WebAI dashboards. So when you talk about here BO, nothing but business objects. So it's just a graphical reporting tool in which it has a lot of reporting tools. So if you want to perform any activities on this stuff, then we can do all those at one place. So it's a purely reporting tool in which the client can analyze his business properly and he can take some decision on a business scenarios. So all the business scenarios will take place. So most of companies, they need the good development or good properties of scenario, like a decision maker. So when he saw any reports or any pie chart or bar chart, any interaction, any kind of a drill down option, any kind of a interactive sections, in the case the client will take a proper decision on those business. So here, let's start the business objects. So before starting business objects, I'll show you one thing, the complete architecture of BO, how the BO will connect with the different databases, and how we can generate reports on the dashboards. Suppose I have a database like SQL Server, Oracle, SAP ECC, SAP BW and SAP HANA, like it supports all the stuff. So I want to get report on these databases. So is the different things. This is my BO repository which has all the 3 different layers. So the first one is called as user domain. It's called document domain. So here this is my BO repository which has user domain, which has universal domain, which has document domain. So here most of companies, they need the reports on these scenarios. So BO is just a repository, never holds any data. If you want to create a connections with SAP HANA or BW or Oracle, in that case we have to use a interface tool called Universe. So it's a tool called Universe. So a semantic layer which connect the expert of their databases. Suppose I want to connect with SAP HANA, I'll get my data from the SAP HANA. This data tables will convert easy as classes and objects, and it will create a file with .unv file, and the file should be exported to the repository. This is what we do in this setup. So if we talk about here, we do the export option here, and based on this we're gonna import the data, and from here we export, and the report will be generated on this different, like we have WebAI tool, we have crystal report, we have dashboards environment, we have Lumira, we have Explorer, and we have BI Launchpad. So these are all the different reporting tools we have in this market. So if you want to create any reports on those scenarios, then you can perform those activities. So here, so we have to go with one more tool called Information Design Tool. That's also introduced newly. Design tool. So it's same thing. In the case of Universal, this supports only single DB at a time. But in the case of Information Design Tool, this supports a multiple database at a time. Suppose I want to create the multiple connections at different scenarios. I'll bring multiple tables, I'll join them. This table will become the classes object, method object, and I save the file with a .unx format. So when the file is exported, saved, then the file should be published under BO repository. So here we use a word called publish, and there we use a word called export. So in the scenarios, so we have a lot of UNX files which we created earlier. You can just refer my previous videos how we can create the UNV and UNX files. So in this video, let us start with the topic called the dashboard. So here when you talk about dashboards, so dashboard is one of the major tools. Most of the companies they needs dashboards. So for here, if the company needs some interactive, which of KPIs, key performance indicators, in which the client will take a proper decision, in that case we have to go with dashboard. So dashboard plays a major role in each and every cases in which he can perform certain decisions. So dashboard is a major tool, like we can do all those activities at one place, which has a lot of information on this part. So this dashboard will useful in a different environment if you want to take any interact reports on different scenarios. So let's see this, how these dashboards look like and how we can perform these activities. So let's start with a topic called dashboards. So dashboards is an interact report which supports all UNX files. This support SAP systems. This supports all the major databases, and this supports all the web services also, in which you can get all the data, like we call as query as web service. So let's see how this happens in the real-time environment. So this is all the major dashboard environment will look like. So let's have a look on this dashboards. So when we talk about here dashboards, so dashboard builder is a dashboards and analytical application that allows you to create the dashboard that provide a good visibility for your organizations. So we have a lot of activities across your organizations in which you can perform certain activities. So these dashboards will include the analytical part, which has web intelligence part, and some other scenarios we can perform all those activities. So we can also use this dashboard for the Excel sheets, like we previously called as Excel sheets in the 3.x version, but now we are using this as a dashboard in the 4.x versions. So it has all the crystal report activities. We can do all the Adobe Reader PDF documentation, and as well as this dashboard will support all the MX Word, like we can get the report into MS Word format, Excel format, as well as a beautiful PPT formats, which is not possible in the desk reporting tools. So this supports all the major databases in which you can perform all those activities. And we can get this data as Excel files, which have Microsoft PowerPoint presentations, and we can add a lot of hyperlinks on the systems. You can also create the customize and view the following types of dashboards, like we can do all the corporate dashboards. The corporate dashboards contains the analytics. Most of companies that needs all the good analyticals so they can take the decision properly. So which is created either a info view or in the corporate dashboards menu for the publishing view. So the corporate dashboards can be viewed, have several tabs and sub tabs in which it performs certain activities. As well as we have personal dashboards tabs in my dashboards. So my dashboard stores your personal dashboard tabs, which contains the personal analyticals and cooperative analyticals, which perform all those scenarios. So as well as we have extension of dashboard which contains the lot of tabs here information. We also have any content one or more tabs. So if you talk about my dashboards, is a location in which you can build your personal dashboard tabs that offer your strategy information at any glance. You can also maintain structure my dashboard to follow my management or process methodology. And as well as these dashboards are supported by the mobile devices. It will be iPhone, iPad and Android devices, so multiple users can log in at a time and they can view their reports in a beautiful KPIs formats. We call as key performance indicators. They can apply a lot of drill down option. They can a lot of things will happen on this dashboard. So it includes the corporate dashboards analytical which has to access. So these corporate dashboards have a lot of magazine things. So dashboards shares virtual information across a large community or to specify the group of the people in which the corporation will be take place here. So it to adapt to fit management and information sharing of all the flashes. Are you corporate dashboard secure? We can make this as a secure also. So SAP provided the dashboard security which has a lot of information. We can make the secure at folder level, at user level, rights, access to universal level data also. So all those security we can perform on this level. So you can't copy the corporate dashboard into a dashboard tabs. So copying is not at all possible on this environment. So creating analyticals, like if you want to create any analyticals using the info view as using dashboard builder to create the analytical directly in a dashboard, whereupon it's saved as an embedded object in the dashboard environment. So creating analyticals via dashboards which plays a major role on these activities. So you can just make this create new analyticals page and dashboard analyticals. You can create the dashboard environment. So creating the articles via InfoView. So InfoView is the older version, which is a 3.x version, but in the 4.x we use a word called BI Launchpad. So we just create how we can create analytics. It's anyways the older version. Let's go with a new one of dashboards designer tool. So let's go with dashboard type 1. We have a strategy dashboards. User by executives that quick view on the health of a business, including major activities like major high level measurements. If you want to perform any few information like simple display, mechanism, statistics, snapshots, all those will be added. And if you want to perform any analytical dashboards, user by analytics support interactions with the data and drill down. So it supports all the maximum drill down options here. If you want to perform any complex data, sophisticated display mechanism or static snapshots, and all those will be happening here, so that we can perform some activities on this each and every scenarios. If you talk about here, we have a supported interactive also. It has a lot of interaction sections with the data. It means that if you have a multiple charts, so if you click on the summary chart, it will drill down to detail level charts in the column chart. Like this kind of interactive will be happen on this dashboards. So we can make some drill down options, we can do some activities, other stuff. So complex data, sophisticated will be placed in these scenarios. So user dashboards also we have here. So user can monitoring all this stuff which has supporting alerting for critical events interactive with the data. So if you want to perform any interactive of this each and every scenarios, then in the case we have to go with the details. So detailed data and simple clear display mechanism, the real-time data visibility, all this will take place in this perfect dashboard environment. So in this we have three types of layers. One is bottom layer, middle layer and top layer. So top layer, middle layer and bottom layer. So here if we talk about top layer, it's consists of summarized graphical view. So what is summarized? If you want to display any summary data board, like I need to display 2004 year sales report, 2005 sales report, 2006 sales report, so all the sales of year wise, and that kind of summary. So if you want to go with that kind of summary reviews, in the case we have to use a top layer. The purpose is monitoring key performance indicator, how we call it metrics, graphical indicators, numbers we can use, text boxes we can use, and technology we use dashboards, scorecards and portals. So scorecards and portals, all this stuff, different themes which is given by SAP dashboards. So we have a middle layer which have multiple, like we call it multi-dimensional views. The purpose is to explore information from multiple dimensions, which is beautiful interactive sections. And we have a display, it's an interactive charts and tables, so which has performance of each and every activities. And we also have OLAP, it's nothing but online analytical process in which we can do all the interactive reports. So interactive reports on all the analytical part. So if you have a historical data, in that case on those data also we can perform these activities. So a lot of information we can perform all this table. And if you talk about here, the bottom level, we have a detailed reporting views. It means we can get any detail level data. I want to see the 2004 summary in the top layer, but that's quarter wise sales report I can do in the bottom level. So top level we can see the complete summary of this sales report of 2004. The same thing I want to see in the bottom level. It will be 2005 quarter 1, quarter 2 of 2004, like this one. So whenever you do any interactive, whenever you click on the pie chart or any summary data of in the bottom top level, that can be visible here. So it's all the different scenarios which may face in these cases. So on the bottom layer, what we can get? So you can examine the detail before taking actions. Tables or reports in a separate window that we can perform. Operators reports, dashboards requirement will be take place, and some other activities will be performed on this environment. So this is how the different types of cases will be happen. If you want to perform any activities, in that case we go with all the stuff. Let's go with the dashboard type 2. We have a dashboard type 2 which has dashboards via this portal. We call portal focus on the integration of different contents under a one interface. We have a dashboards which focus on the comparisons of important facts and figure on a one single scenes. That will be happening here. Similarly, if you want to use the dashboards viruses which have scorecard. So the dashboard versus portal is focus on the integrations of all the different contents under one user interface. It means that multiple users can be logged in at one place. So it's just focusing on the portal wise. So if you want to integrate of different contents, like a different content of information under one user, in that case we can use a portal. Similarly, we have a dashboard, so it's focused on the comparison of important facts and figure on one single screen. So it just provides all the comparison of important facts, which of pictures or text or any figures on one single screen, so that the client will take a proper decision on each and everything at one place. So we can make this, you can just kind of a play. You can play around those objects. You can click on anywhere. We can do some interactive sections on those beautiful dashboard environment. Let's talk about the dashboard versus scorecard. If you talk about scorecard is a specific dashboards including key performance indicators, KPIs, usually used to strategy level. If you want to get any real-time information, so anyways the dashboard will provide all the real-time information. There is no need of any refresh, nothing else. But whenever the source system changes, immediately that effect will be happen in the dashboard. So that's an advantage in the dashboard here. So usually use a strategy of levels. So we usually use this kind of a dashboard in the case of key performance indicators. So the scorecards are useful if you want to perform any the real-time information you want to display in the real-time way. In that case we have to go with stuff. So if you talk about the different scenarios, like if you talk in real-time scenarios, we have NIFT, NSTP. If you want to see all those information, we can see all the stuff, right? This is how we can see. If you want to see Sensex, and all those things will be, the data is keeps on changes. It means that we are getting the data from the source system. That's called immediate effect. So that kind of things will be happen in this dashboard environment. So evaluation of dashboards. If you want to perform anything, so how we can evaluation will be happen on dashboards. So we have evaluation automatic automobile dashboards versus business dashboards. So how it will take? If you talk about the first generation, they'll just display simple lamps. Then the functions, they just indicate the engine issues. But in case of business dashboard, just make a simple charts, and here simple monitoring of some business areas, not for all. In the second generation, they use the lamps, gauge and odometers. The function, they use the indicators of engine issues, measures fuel, etc., measures speed and distance. In the case of here dashboard, they want to go for advanced charts, garages and indicators as well as the tables. In the kind of functions, they need advanced monitoring as well as they make a drill down analyzing part, and they want to monitor the key metrics. It's called key performance indicators. If you want to perform those kind of things, we'll do on this area. And we have a third generation which display the lamps, gauges, odometers and GPS. All those will be set on this level. In the functions part, they will just make them more advanced, like indicator of inches, measure of fuel, speed, distance, as well. It shows the routes and destination also. If you talk about business dashboard, they need advanced charts, the tables, indicators, scorecards and strategy of maps, which you can perform all these activities. And the function sides, they need most advanced monitoring, which can do the drill down to analyze, monitoring of key metrics, monitor of tactics and monitor of strategy of each and every dashboard. So this is how the different scenarios will be take place on this scenario. So let's talk about how this will be happen here. This is our Excel sheets, the older one, but new we are using as a dashboard. So the names are different, but the concept is same. So this supports all the major databases. It supports the Crystal Report dashboards, formerly called Excel sheets, is a flagship product for the dashboarding and visualization. So we have rapid development of dashboards by simply drag and drop. So we have a lot of functionality in new dashboards. We can simply drag and drop the object and we can create all those things. So we have a lot of charts, a lot of figures, and we got information of tools. We can add a check box, radar buttons, and some other information will be happening in stuff. We can simply attach or link up with the source and target so that it will be create a beautiful dashboards. So similarly, we can do the replacing of SAP BEX, Web Application Designer, connectivity through XML and Web Services Connector. So all this will be happening. So this dashboard will support all these ERP systems officially, and as well as this supports all the SAP NetWeaver, BW, aggregated MDM queries, BW systems, and some other data services also. So dashboards will be generated on any portal, on any destination. We can also useful in the mobile devices, in which if you want to perform any activities, we can perform those things in the mobile devices. So it means that the output will be looked in the mobile device on this Excel sheets part. So it's all the combined with the BI actor. If you combine with the BI, let's see how it can happen. So here we have a monitoring of dashboards, scorecards and KPIs. Alerts will be happen here. We can take the data from the any reporting environment. So we can combine the data delivery architecture, which has common BI architecture of BI platform, securely, metadata, file formats and services, as well as we have some KPIs. So if you want to perform any KPIs on those activities, we can do all this stuff. So it's how we can get all those activities. So we have business intelligence, in which we can perform all those things at one place. So this common BI architecture of BI platform, security, metadata, file formats, services and KPI, APIs, all this will be included at one place, which has planning, and we have to do all those things. So we can do the reporting, management and operation reports. We have analysis, dimensions, hierarchies, and we have monitoring of all the dashboards at scorecard level. So we can perform all those activities on each and every scenario. So how this Crystal Report dashboard designed the overview. Let's see the overview of Design Studio. So we have a lot of buildings dashboard for a different purpose, which has different hierarchical levels or functionalities, including of dynamic charts and graphics. So data presentations and visuals, what if scenarios are present on this stuff. So we have data presentation is based on the Adobe Flash. So export the different applications, including the PowerPoints, Adobe 9, and this supports all the Adobe Flash, HTML, business platform on other scenarios. So we have a lot of dashboard user statics from a business Excel spreadsheet. Models are live copied to data services linked using the various connector. So this supports all the connector like query as web service, which we discussed in the previous cases, and this we call Quaz also. And we have web services connected, which have XML data connector and some other scenario. So let's talk about the canvas area in which you can perform. This is how the screen looks like. This is called canvas area, in which we can add all the charts, the buttons, checkbox, radar buttons, different types of charts. So it means that at end user, the client will view only this canvas area. So to design the canvas area, we need to do all the stuff. So this is only one page we can do on the client place. For the rest parts which we have in the surrounding those stuff, that's all called as property panel. In the right side, we call embedded spreadsheet, in which we can add the data. We have a browser like object browser. We can browse the object one by one. It is called component browser. We can, if you need to choose any components from a different chart box, we can choose it here. And these are all the different dashboard look like. So let's see here the design time and the run time. So if you want to perform any design time, which is a visualize generic dashboards, you can do all the stuff. And if you talk about runtime here, we use the optional dashboard shift which are developed in the corporate web services, which we use easily. If you talk about visualization, if you want to perform any design visualization or data binding, we can do all the data connectivity workspace at each and every performance level. So here we have business logic in which the spreadsheet will be model, and here we use a dashboard will be open on user machines. It may be a desktop browser, it may be a mobile devices anyway, and the dashboard connect to a data source and different data here. So here we can get the data here of design. So we'll do design of getting data from any databases. We do some spreadsheet of business logic, then we will perform the design visualization data binding, which we generate the visualization part. Based on this, we do a runtime of getting a .sf ASWF soft files which are format, and the same file will be we can just make it in the client of a system will be open, and you can get all the data from any information within make a single refresh. So in this we will see the SAP Crystal Report dashboards and MVC, which is called model view and control pattern. So if you need a controller, this is how the icons will be look like. We can perform all this controller option at one place. If you need the view before adjustment, like this is how we can speed sold by worldwide. This is how we can see the worldwide, because country wise sales revenue we call sold the pieces. So if you need a controller, we can use the controller also. And this is how the card model, which has slider inputs. We can add input or the input value 25, 35, that will reflect in the charts here. So depending the value which you see view in the, like we selected in the runtime, the same value will be affected on the system. It's called slider. So in this visual components, we have a different types of charts. Components provide a wide range of different charts like lines, pie chart, we have bar chart, radiator charts, and some other tree map charts. So all this will be useful in the different environments in which you can perform any container components, group them, we can display other components also. So these selectors components are used to create a visualization with multiple options like to select from. So this kind of dashboards will provide a beautiful environment in which we can get a lot of information. So we can also use a single selector values, which you provide the single values as per alerts format. So this single values components are used to add user interactive sections to provide the complete visualizations. These components are linked with a single cell in a spreadsheet. So whatever you want to display, all will be added in the information on this top. So we also have here the map, which we components created visualizations with a geographical representation that will be display data by the regions. So these are useful methods which can perform all those activities. So we also have text components are used for placing the labels and including the text into a visualization. So these are plays a major roles in which we can perform those certain activities. So text labels are components which are placing the labels which includes the text into a visualization part. So creating a dashboard. So there are three different steps in which if you want to create a new dashboard. So create a spreadsheet model first, importing the existing spreadsheet model, or create a new spreadsheet model with a Excel functionality. This is one way. build the visualization, extract the suitable components from a visualization library, data binding, and all the rest part will be take place on the stuff. So we also publish the dashboards like export to PPT. We can publish as Word, Adobe format, as the SWF format, and as well as a business object format also. So how we can then do different scenarios of different areas. So this help you out in which we can perform certain activities. So this kind of dashboards are easily be set up at each and every level. So the example of dashboards. If you need any spreadsheet, first we need to place the data into a spreadsheet in this kind of format. It may be country-wise sales report or some kind of different scenarios, so that we can easily place a communicating of different. So we have internal combined data and we have external data not available to our traditional system. So if you click on this, here you can see, if you click on this light blue color, which is B, it will show the country-wise sales revenue. Again, within a country, if you need a detailed level of physical year, like physical year 1, physical year 2, in that case, when you click on this physical year at one place, it will show all the physical year of this part. Similarly, if you have a external data, if you want to click on external data, if you use this button as a checkbox, then if you click on first blue, it will show this two part. If you click on the brown, which is light brown, which is to this stuff. This is how we can perform all those activities at one place. So here we can import the spreadsheet models. I just click on the import model. So we have an option called import models, which help you out to get the data from different spreadsheet data, which should have a proper information. And we have Excel file, which is, if you have any Excel file, which is existing file, you can just re-import a file by using this operator called Excel, and we can get the data. Is one way. Or if you want to model your own business spreadsheet, which is not available, in that case, go with the dashboards and create your dashboard environment with a different and single entity. So now we can perform all those activities at this level. So this shows you how we can perform those activities at one place. So it means that we can also create multiple dashboards. We can also perform multiple levels of things. We can get all those activities at one place. So this shows you that we can get the spreadsheet from a multiple environment, as well as we can also provide all this information at one place. So this is how we can. This is only one way we can get data from this Excel sheet, but we can also provide the different environment in which we can get all those things. So here you can see that we have a select visual components in which you can get all the different types of pie charts. So this dashboard will support all the major charts, like we have a pie chart, bar chart, column chart, line chart. Including this, we have sub charts like horizontal chart, we have vertical, and we have the topic called stack charts, and we have some other different types of charts in the different types in the pie chart. Again, different charts in the line. All the stuff will be available. Including this, we also have some other components, like we have a single selector, selector value, map, we have a text option, other, and some other radio buttons. We can use the sliders. A lot of things will be happen on this stuff. So here, if you want to sort any data here, we go here, select pie chart from a component browser, and we do move the component using a drag and drop functionality onto the canvas area. So this is how we can use a double click on the components to open the personal properties. Like when you double click here, the right side we get a properties of the functionality. So this is how we can get this activities. So anyways, we'll see all the stuff practically. Anyways, that's not an issue. So if you would see that part, so we can get all the stuff, like we can edit the part, we can edit the name of the file, we can assign the dynamic values from a spreadsheet models, blind data from a spreadsheet models, the component values. So all this will be happen on each and every scenarios. So this shows how we can get all the stuff level. So blind is data, like it means that if you want to assign any data to that, because how the pie chart will be assigned. So this assign data. So if you don't write here, So which supports all these activities. So you can see we have a subtotals. If you want to add any subtotals, if you want to add any ledger on this part, in this case we can use all those activities. So this supports all the Excel sheet format if you want to add any data from here, and this called here we can choose the data in the data rows, or we can do all those activities. So we have blind data from the spreadsheet model of a different components that for the invoice to be happen. So let's see some other components here. So let's go with the properties of panel. If you see any properties, like if you click on a pie chart, bar chart, or any on this any icons, so we may face all these different types of charts here. We got a general option in which we can get all those activities. We can use the titles, we can use the subtitles, we do the selection of data source, data blending, adding the drill down capabilities of charts, setting for the visualization of components, like example of visibility of components. We can do scaling of axis, animation and effects. Also we can do setting of all the appearance and formatting of components, example of layout, text and color of a component will be done, please. So setting of these alerts for the components, we do all these different activities. We make some definition of numbers of alerts, colors will be used, and target limitation will be take place will be. So this is how, if once you done the file here, you can say the spreadsheet has the .xlf format. Like this, we just click on save button, it will save this file. Otherwise, if you want to export, we can export as PDF format also. We have an option of exporting a PDF format, PowerPoint format, Word, Outlook format. These are different ways we support for this environment. So if you want to see the revenue of per models here, this is how the chart will look like. So we can see all this as these are all the revenues per model of a 2006. So this how for this, in order to get this data, we need to manage the Excel sheet in that case of situation. If the data is kind of changes, in that case the values of this part will maybe different. So this is how we can get those activities at this level. So this is how we can get at the activities. So exporting has the PDF format is a totally different, which can perform all this launch of dashboards, performance of each and every indicators will be take place, and all this activities will be take place on this stuff. So we have a save option, you can save this data. We have export option, the file option, and all this will be take place on this stuff. Next. So when you talk about here dashboards design, so dashboard design is one of place in which how we can get all the stuff. Let's see how we can design our own dashboards. So what are dashboard here? So what types of dashboards should be designed? What are relevant data and KPIs that should be visualized in a particular dashboard? What are the appropriate elements for the visualization that will take place? How should user navigate look like? How it's the dashboard supplies the data? So this is how we can perform certain activities on this dashboard environment. So we have applying the Gilstead principle of visual prescriptions, how we can do the dashboards environment. Out of which we have first one called proximity. Objects are located near each other, predicted belongs to the same group. We have similarity, the objects are similar in a color, size, shape and orientations, are we can just make this some belong to the same group. So it means that we need to combine all those data sets into a different object and into the same group, so the client will take a proper decision on those scenarios. If any of this gonna mix, it means that the values of this part will be changes. So it's how we can take this, or we can just modify it on those areas. So if you see here the closure, the open structure, when you do any act, the shape with the open ends are perceived as closed whenever possible. So continuity object that appears to form the continuations of one and another are present in the same belong group. Similarly, if you do any connectivity, connections object are connected, so they are perceived as belong in the same group. So here dashboard design principle. which reduce the non-data pixel by eliminating the unnecessary non-data pixel. We call as maximize the remaining non-data pixel will be happening. Like this is how we can take place here. It depends on those areas. If you want to change this color like this one, as if you want to eliminate this kind of, because here if you have this kind of 3D effect, the client will not take a proper decision. So if you have a 2D effect which have perfect information, it will be good legs. Like elimination of unnecessary, the third dimension of depth of charts, as eliminated unnecessary grid link of bar charts, it may happen. Similarly, we eliminate the various colors of don't increment meaning. So there is no meaning else if you do a multiple colors here. So if you have a proper information on different colors, it means that if you are presenting the one model or one object of this part, so it will be indicated easily. If it is indicating multiple colors, the client will not take a proper information based on those requirements. It's not a good looking format, so the color should be changed, and we need to add the exact colors as exact format based on those requirements. So remember that when you are doing any charts or any pie chart diagram or bar chart or stack chart, we need to use the same common information which comes in the same group. So here in this dashboards we have the design principle 2, which has enhanced data pixels by eliminating the unnecessary data pixels. If you want to eliminate those parts, we can easily eliminate those parts, and highlighting the most important data pixel that will be anyways it's possible. Remove data that is less relevant. If you don't need any data, just remove that part, because if you display the unnecessary data, which may take a longer time. So we have constraints data by summarized and exceptions. So compliance important data by visualized attribute like color, incentives, size, link, width, emphasizes important data by its position on the dashboard. Similarly, we have a top left and corner are relationship with the greatest emphasis part. So this is how the different things will be happen on this areas. So here if you want to emphasize the different colors, if you want to add in deep color, so it's how we can do it. It means just we can use the different activities, so which help you out to remove the unnecessary data to display on the dashboards. We just put the data which is needed or important on the dashboard environment. So using like instead of using all the combination of contents, we just eliminate them, so it will be very easy in order to perform those activities. So we also have designed the spreadsheet models. If you let's see how we can design the spreadsheet. So here we have two ways. We can also take the designed spreadsheet from a local system which is already created, or else we can import the data from the design from a spreadsheet data, or we can design ourselves. Else we can add the data in the Excel sheet itself, and we can design the Excel sheet as per your requirement. Let's see how this happens. So using Excel functionalities, we have to use all the Excel functionalities. We can design our dashboard which supports of Excel functionality, like it will be max statistics functions, it will be text related functionalities, or data time related functionalities, it will be spreadsheet formulas also. Sometimes we have to go with I want to add some summation, I want to do some percentile, else I want to apply some formulas. In that case we use all the Excel functionalities which use the better important. So which completes the list of supported Excel functions are available in the dashboard even now. So but here not all the Excel functions are available for Excel Crystal Dashboard. Some of them may be available and some may not be use all the stuff. So let's use the Excel functionalities. If you want to use the calculation of maximum value, so we use a max which is the cell number B2 colon D2. So it will take the B2 from D2, it will take the maximum value which is 77. Similarly, if you want need a text related function, like we want to concatenate the B2 comma C3, it will just add the B2 and C2. So last month, okay. And similarly, if you want to go with the date related format, it provides the current date. If you make it today and give the date name, it provides the today date. And if you want to provide the date and time, you just make it now, it provides the date and time all for the scenario. So we use a now for date and time. For date we have to use a date functionality which spread the data of the data. So again, we have a lot of design guidelines for this part. Let's see how this design guidelines will be help you out. So user different sheets will view spread includes the many from different tables. For a complex, models are used for spreadsheet for the documenting your spreadsheets model. User colors and labels in your model for a better readable problem. So the client will take your data decision on those scenarios. Like very different scenarios also you can face that part. So don't start in the first row or column, leave a space for enhancement. So it means that if you want to, in the future cases, if you want to do any enhancement, we just leave them data for a better storage. Like we just leave some 3 or 4 lines or 5 lines, and from left and has from bottom. So which be useful in the better storage in the future environment. Like see, anyways, once you've done this dashboard, it means that we need to do some enhancement in the future cases as per the client requirement. For that, it's better to leave some space on those things so it will be useful in the future environment. Now, similarly, use a color and label in your model for better retrieval. So we can use a lot of labels and models. So it just gives a quick view, so the client will take a proper decisions. As well as we can just apply the formatting of your spreadsheet before you start building as a visualization. So we have to just make a proper formation which will display in the output panel exactly. So we need to use the complete formatting of our dashboards. It has some limitation also. In case you re-import a spreadsheet with a rename of sheets, any binding to a cell is renamed sheet will be lost. So it means that before making the rename of spreadsheet, the binding of cell will be lost. So before that, you need to consider the file name should be saved separately and we need to import that file. Otherwise, rename will not allowed on this part. Complexity of calculations like being performing a spreadsheet affects the performance of visualization. So that if you use any complex calculation part of the spreadsheet, the dashboard will take a longer time to display the data. So it may affect the performance of dashboards. So only one single Excel work can be embedded in the dashboard. Reference to remove workshop at not at possible. So it means that only one single Excel workbook can be embedded in a dashboard. Reference to remote worksheet are not possible at any level. So in order to perform those activities, we need to remember that it should be have a proper information which can get all this information at one place. So this kind of dashboard will support it at any environment on this remotely. So we need to give this possible functionality in which we can get all those things. So we also have here the basic component for visualization. Like we can add some basic component. Let's see what are different types of basic components we'll add in this dashboard. So it may be a chart component, it may be a single value component, it may be a text components also. So whenever you create any dashboards, the dashboards must and should consist of all these activities, basic components. So if you see here, this is called chart. These charts will show a lot of charts here. So we have line chart, pie chart, we have OHSCL chart, we have a lot of column charts, tag, bar, combination charts, bowl chart, XY chart, and some other charts. So this how will show the different types of charts. So this dashboard is a powerful tool which provides unlimited, like a lot of maximum chart types. So the client will take a proper decision in a different visualization format. So if you take an example of line chart, which shows that tendency over a period of time period, like stock price is one of them. If you take the price pie chart, showing the relative share compared to a certain product, which we call relation share of revenue of a product compared with the total revenue. So we have a bar chart visualization of ranking, which gives a top 10 products by revenue, and all those things will be take place here. And we also have a column charts showing the development of over a period of time, example of revenue by 1 month, and some other activities will be take place here. So we have radiator charts plotting the multi-dimensional sets. So how we can happen here? So this shows that I have a lot of icons which are visualize of categories. We can perform those activities which may on off the. We are good at drawing this pictures which has arrange, connect different formats, all those things. So we have text objects which use for table to make this different environment, which has a lot of information. We can set all the stuff. We can add a lot of information. Like we can even if you want to display has the value of price. We can add some information of text objects. So we can all this do too, and we can do organization of arrangement of business related information, which has a lot of information on these things. So this shows how we can perform those activities. So let's see the text objects here. This is how the crystal report look like, in which you can get all those activities. So this crystal report will play a major role. We can get all the information at one place, which will be very interactive sections. You may get a lot of information on this particular object. So you can see here we can make this extremely attractive, highly interactive. We do have feather lights, and we also have highly scalability part, and as well as easy to build and maintain. So it's very easy functionality which we can perform all those activities. So let's see how this will be look like on this areas. So it's a basic exercise. If you want to do here, we can go with the basic components, global sales overview, and just go with some advanced techniques which has benchmarking sales organization. If possible, if you go with the what if scenarios like simulations, this all will take place. There's some example of dashboards. So this is what we have in this part. So the next video we're going to learn the practicals of dashboards. So in this video we saw this the dashboards environment has the different of dashboards. So you may get some idea on this dashboards how we can perform any activities on the dashboards environment with different concept. So thanks for watching this video, and anyways we'll meet on the next video with the hands-on experience of dashboards, which will be the hands-on systems. So I'm Raju, I'm just signing off now, but anyways we'll meet on the next video with a complete picture of the dashboard. So it's a part of dashboard part 1. Let's go with the part 2 with the real-time experience, and we'll see the practically how the dashboards look like, the icons, each everything, and we'll see all the stuff. So thanks guys, thanks for watching this video. So in this week we'll meet next video. Thanks so much.